You know you've reached the front line of the fires before you even see the flames. The tense whirs as firefighters struggle to fill their trucks with water, and the stressed faces that look helplessly on. By 8 p.m. last night, the situation in the village of Asmini in northern Evia was increasingly desperate.
In the last few seconds, this huge fire has just erupted. The firefighters are working frantically down this road, trying to put them all out. But no sooner have they put one of the small fires out, the trees are burning, the trees are smoking, and they're reigniting.
This is the moment they've all been fearing. Over the last week, it's happened in village after village across northern Evia. But nothing can really prepare you for when it arrives near your home. Residents and people from the next villages come along to fight the fire too, knowing if they don't stop it here, they will be next. For some homes, it's too late. Now they cut down trees to try and stop it from reaching the rest.
Night is starting to fall here, and it makes fires like that one on the hillside up there hugely visible, terrifying in fact. People down here are really frantic.
But there's a happy ending, for now at least. The villagers refused the call to evacuate and managed to save it from the flames.
Κοίτα, με τέτοιες περιπτώσεις ο καθένας βάζει το λιθαράκι του. Δεν είχαμε σχέδιο, απλά ό,τι μπορούσαμε κάναμε.
Τώρα είναι λίγο δύσκολο να κοιμηθούμε γιατί φοβάμαστε για μήπως ξαναγίνει πάλι τίποτα.
They face a long night ahead. A change in the wind direction would mean the ominous orange glow on the other side of the mountain could quickly return. There are a few areas in the north of Evia that are untouched by the wildfires that have been burning for a week after the most intense heat wave for 30 years. Over 50 villages have been evacuated for their safety, and though that's undoubtedly saved lives, people are angry that wildlife, nature, homes and businesses have been left to the flames.
You can see how high temperatures, how hot it was, maybe 600-700 degrees centigrade.
Those that evacuated may be safe, but their homes are unrecognisable. This is what Rolandos Pavlos' house looked like before this catastrophe. The lush forest that drew him to build it here ended up being the fuel that caused its demise.
You spend a lot of time to create your paradise. And, you go into your house and you start thinking, well, it's going to be destroyed. What am I going to pick up from here? And you cannot take away the memories. You cannot put them in the car. So I just picked a few clothes and I left it intact. And I left that terrible task to the fire itself. You can see the windows melted here. There's nothing left. There were sofas, there were... I cannot describe how many things were here.
Completely gone.
Nothing, completely gone.
A report out today suggests that heat waves and droughts and floods will become more common. How does that make you feel after everything that you've been through?
Well, it makes sense because the recent years we've been seeing growing signs of the climate change here. We should have been expecting it. So governments should have taken the measures. We knew it was coming. We knew it was because of human activities. We had to be prepared. Nothing is being done. We're just feeling like we have no help and no planning for the future. We're just abandoned to our faith.
The catastrophic damage caused by the fires mean not just the loss of homes, but the many livelihoods that rely on the land too. And as people sift through the charred fragments of their lives, governments around the world are facing increasing pressure to do what they can now to slow the effects of climate change and stop events like these becoming more extreme and more frequent.
Well, Anya Pop is still on Evia for us. Anya, what's the situation tonight?
Well, we're now on the outskirts of the village of Arigar, where the fire is ripping through. There is a fire in a village over there, and there is a fire in a village over there. It's very smoky here. There is ash raining down. The police have blocked off the road apart from emergency service vehicles and those delivering water. And as some of these villages were being evacuated, the Greek Prime Minister spoke. He promised that they would rebuild, that they would replant trees that weren't as combustible. And he said that climate change isn't just about us. It's about for people in the future. He also apologised for any failures in fighting the fires. This government has come under fierce criticism for not just their lack of resources, but also for the lack of preparation. The last extreme weather event here in February, here's a tractor coming through delivering water. The last extreme weather event in February, where lots of snow fell, trees fell on the ground. Many people have told us that those trees were never picked up. And when you couple that with this month's extreme weather event, a record high heat wave, the highest in 30 years, then you begin to understand what's happening here. Many of the land has dried out. It makes a perfect condition for wildfires. This is happening all across Europe, and the bad news is that the heat wave is picking up again. This week on this island is expected to reach 40 degrees, and the fires keep burning. They keep moving to new villages. This crisis is far from over.
Thanks very much, Anya.